Today we have a ton of brand new Nintendo news. Now we got a lot to talk about, and as always, I would absolutely love to know your thoughts and your opinions after watching today's video, because we have stuff from new trademarks about Zelda, new trademarks for Pokemon Winds and Waves, new leaks about a game coming to the Switch 2, and just other fun topics to talk about. So right before we hop into it, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already to help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers. We are getting so close. So let's see if we get today's sub goal of 15 subscribers. Let's just hop right into it today, guys. So firstly, I'll talk about these new pending trademarks for Zelda and for the Winds and Waves starters. Now, obviously, the Ocarina of Time remake is dropping this year, which is so hype. Here is a bigger picture so you can read more of the information about it. So it basically says that there is a new application awaiting assignment to an examining attorney. And from my understanding, this is just goods and services. So down here, you could see a lot. Like, that could literally entail anything, like video game stuff. It does specifically say video game machines, arcade video game machines, portable games with liquid crystal displays. So maybe this could be hinting at an actual Ocarina of Time special edition Switch 2, because we have had that leak for a while now, and I really do think that's gonna happen because it just makes sense. It makes sense because the Switch 2 has been out for a full year now, and I think that an Ocarina of Time remake is probably the perfect opportunity for the first Switch 2 special edition console to finally make its way out there. And then after that, we should be getting more and more special edition Switch 2 consoles. In the comments, let me know some special edition consoles you would like to see for honestly just anything Nintendo. It could be, Metroid, Splatoon, whatever. It's funny that there is also food in this, so maybe, some collaboration with McDonald's or just some other fast food, or just in the stores like Walmart or Oreos, having some Zelda-themed Oreo. Also with drinks, advertising, so it basically covers a lot here. So I'm assuming that soon here we should be seeing some more promotional things for the Ocarina of Time remake and Zelda as a whole, because not only the Ocarina of Time remake, it's also for the movie. I'm assuming a lot of this is probably more so for the movie, because that is coming out next year, so they're probably just trying to get all this stuff done now. But there will be a lot of promotional things for the remake, and definitely when the movie, because when the movie drops, oh my gosh, it's gonna be insane with the promotion. But also we do have the trademarks for the starters of Winds and Waves, specifically talking about games, card games, promotional game cards, trading cards. So they're probably getting ready to start a set of Generation 10. Now, my theories are probably not gonna go too far in depth with this just yet, because they haven't announced other Pokemon, so they're probably just gonna stick with the starters for now. And then eventually, as time goes on, obviously we'll have a Pokemon set based on Winds and Waves and everything, so that's gonna be really exciting. I can't wait to see if we get more trademarks for Winds and Waves, though. We also have evidence of Diablo 4 coming to the Switch 2. A Nintendo Switch 2 version of the game actually was rated in Taiwan, specifically for Lord of Hatred, one of the game's expansions. Technically, it happened at the very end of April, but it either went unnoticed or was made publicly available in the database recently, and right here you can see the rating. This is not the first time we've heard about this. We actually saw this a couple of months ago, or about a month ago or something like that. I think it's gonna happen. I think it just makes sense, especially since the Switch 2 seemingly is getting a lot of other big titles like Call of Duty. I'm sure other big games are also gonna be brought over to the Switch 2 probably sooner than we think, honestly. Now I want to talk about some of the sales in Japan, and now this stuff is really interesting because it kind of just shows a different trend, especially since the Switch 2 did have a price increase in Japan already, and the price of the Switch 2 is going to be raised here in the States and just basically literally everywhere else very soon. So you can see right here the top selling hardware sales. We got the Switch 2 still in the lead, honestly, by far as well. Like, that is a lot, and it's a little bit higher than the week prior, but apparently this is actually lower than what it was when the Switch 2 price was lower. But honestly, I still see it as a win for Nintendo. Not that I'm a fan of these price hikes, by the way. I'm not trying to say I want this price to go up. I'm just saying that people obviously want the Switch 2. Nintendo are definitely doing something right if people are still buying the console this much. People obviously want to play the game, so they have to buy the Switch 2 to play the game. So it makes sense, right? If you're interested about the software charts, here we go. It's very interesting to see that a baseball game is #1, and it's above Tomodachi Life, and then we have eFootball, and then Pokeopia still cooking, just still up there, which is so awesome because I think this game is so fun. Mario Kart World, which makes sense because it is a Mario Kart game. And then Yoshi, that game is a recent one, so it makes sense. Final Fantasy, Inazuma 11, Victory Road, and Minecraft. Minecraft is always on the charts, man, I swear. And not only that, we can actually take a look at what Famitsu readers want to see the most as far as the games, like the most anticipated / most wanted games, which honestly makes me want to ask you guys, what are you most looking forward to as far as the upcoming Switch 2 games? It could be Winds and Waves, could be literally anything. anything, next 3D Mario game, something that hasn't even been announced yet, a Smash Bros game, because most things you could imagine are probably going to happen eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, even some sort of WarioWare game has been leaked. It's not really like a strong leak, but it could still happen. And I think it's inevitably going to happen. So we're gonna have to see. Honestly, for me, I gotta say Winds and Waves, the next 3D Mario. And honestly, I really just want to see a Mario Kart DLC at the moment. Like, I'm just dying to get one of those. So right here we have Pokemon Winds and Waves, Splatoon Raiders, which I think is really cool because it's a little bit different of a game. Like, it's not the typical Splatoon game that we have always had. So I feel like this is a good thing that they are stepping out of the box just a little bit and we're getting more spin-offs and stuff, because I think that just shows Nintendo's creativity. You know, people obviously have been upset about the game, saying it looks too lifeless or this and that, or it doesn't look as fun as regular Splatoon, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty hyped for it, and I definitely am going to try this game out because I'm a big Splatoon guy, and I just like to see different games from Nintendo. I like to see how they think outside the box, as they always do and always have. You know, think of like Donkey Kong Bonanza. That game was so unique, and I really had a blast with that game because it was just unlike anything I've really ever played before. Like, taking Donkey Kong, putting it in some more of an open world setting, but just in a weird game that just was so fun and so cool. Persona 4 Revival. I am definitely gonna butcher this one, but we got Ganbar, Gomon, Daishugo, Rhythm Heaven, Groove, Fire Emblems, Fortune Weaves, GTA 6, Onimusha, Kyoto Sanadu, and then Star Fox, which honestly, a little bit surprised that Star Fox is all the way down there because this is the soonest available game on this list, which is, I don't know, man. Star Fox remake, let's just see what it does for Nintendo. And now, speaking about more Splatoon Raiders, we actually have a comic book starting the 23rd of June with daily posts on Nintendo Today. So finally a good way to actually get use out of Nintendo Today, because I never use it. I gotta be honest, I downloaded it, I just don't ever use it. They did announce that on the Nintendo Today app that the upcoming Splatoon Raiders will be getting an official comic start from the 23rd of June, and there will be a new comic entry every single day up until the game's launch on the 23rd of July. So we get 1 month of these new comics, and it is called Deep Cuts Island Misadventures, and will be published on the Nintendo Today application for iOS and Android. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. Let me know all of your thoughts. What are you guys most looking forward to? Are you looking forward to Splatoon Raiders? Are you looking forward to Ocarina of Time? The Zelda promotions, because I am a big sucker for promotional things. Like, I just can't wait to see all the posters, and I'm assuming it's gonna get some sort of cool popcorn bucket when the film drops, because popcorn buckets, man, they are all the rave nowadays. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I would greatly appreciate if you could, and turn on those post notifications if you don't mind. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.